On the issue of Taiwan and this year's World Health Assembly. I'd like to start my comments around the issue of Taiwan by making the statement, of course, that WHO continues to be actively involved in technical work with Taiwanese health experts and public health officials, and Taiwanese experts continue to participate in relevant technical meetings hosted or convened by WHO. WHO also works with the Taiwanese point of contact for the international health regulations, and this helps support the international health regulations objective of safeguarding people everywhere against international spread of disease. And in the unfortunate event of an outbreak or health emergency, WHO sends missions or could send missions to work with Taiwanese health officials as necessary to facilitate effective response. However, this year, with respect to the issue of participation of Taiwanese observers in the World Health Assembly, the Director General is not in a position to issue an invitation for Taiwanese observers to attend the World Health Assembly. Technical work and cooperation is not affected in any way by this decision. So, of course, you're asking, why has the invitation not this year been issued? Well, each year since 2009, a cross-strait understanding has been the foundation for a special arrangement for Chinese Taipei to participate as an observer in the World Health Assembly. Unfortunately, this year, no such cross-strait understanding exists, so there is no basis for the invitation. Again, WHO's technical work with Taiwanese health experts and officials, including under the international health regulations, is unaffected by this development, and that work will continue. Great, thank you. I can certainly say that the President's visit to WHO in January had nothing to do with the current situation. As I said, the invitation to Chinese Taipei since 2009 has been built on a condition of an understanding across the strait. That understanding does not exist, and therefore the DG is not in a position to make an invitation. I don't have any details on what the basis for that lack of understanding on this occasion may be. Let me preface the discussion on Chinese Taipei as an observer that WHA Resolution 25.1 recognises the People's Republic of China as the only legitimate representative of China to the World Health Assembly. So China is our member state, if you like, is the member state of WHO. So therefore, for WHO to extend an invitation to any other entity would require an agreement with the member state, i.e. the People's Republic of China, before that could take place. Now, since 2009, there has been an agreement, this cross-strait agreement, to permit the DG to provide an invitation to Chinese Taipei. Unfortunately, this year that agreement is not in place. No, I can't. That's actually a discussion between China and Chinese Taipei. It's issues around the cross-strait agreement. It's not WHO's preview. If Chinese Taipei is not invited to the World Health Assembly, there is no opportunity for a delegation to access the World Health Assembly. Well, if he can't access the Palais because he does not have the right credentials, then I can only speak about the procedures around the World Health Assembly, and he will not be a participant if that eventuates as accredited for the World Health Assembly. Thanks. Your first question on technical meetings. Hypothetically, it's possible, but the World Health Assembly is not the place where technical meetings of that nature would take place. So that the technical meetings I was alluding to earlier are very focused on specific technical issues which are not conducted during the World Health Assembly. No, it's not up to the Director General, him or herself, to make this decision. The Director General can't just invite anybody he or she likes along to a World Health Assembly. We have to follow the procedures and recognise the membership of the organisation. As I mentioned, Resolution 25.1, which recognises the People's Republic of China as the constituent within World Health Assembly.
For your question about media, any journalist who wants to follow or write or cover the World Health Assembly needs to be accredited to the United Nations Information Service by providing documents. So because the World Health Assembly is taking place at the Palais, it is the common practice that any journalist should be accredited by the Palais. So if a journalist from Taiwan wants to follow the World Health Assembly, he needs to make, or she needs to make, an application to the information service here, and they will decide if they grant a media accreditation or not. For the time being, all around the world, we have got 15 application to cover the World Health Assembly. I mean, if they provide the documentation needed to be accredited as journalists, a press card, a copy of the ID, a letter from their editor-in-chief, and the UNIS thinks that these documents are enough, they can be accredited.
Yes, of course. There are a range of view amongst the membership of the World Health Assembly itself, of the 194 member states, on this particular issue. On occasions, it is discussed within the Assembly. It could well be discussed on this year, but that's the purview of the member states themselves. Yes, there could be a possibility that a member state requests that the item be placed before the Assembly, and if so, there are procedures in place from a consensus decision through to a vote to address that. And this is what took place prior to 2009. The agreement from 2009 on has in effect allowed Chinese Taipei to participate as observers, and precluded then, or excluded then, the need to go through any formal voting process or any discussion in the plenary or the general committee of the World Health Assembly. Look, I don't know what specifically blocked it. It's a discussion between Chinese Taipei and People's Republic of China.
UNIS has their own procedure to accredit journalists. You know all this. So you need to provide the right documentation, and it's their decision to accredit you or not. We had Taiwanese journalists coming to cover the World Health Assembly. Yeah.